I'm recording.
I'm recording too.
Let's hope my recording records. It seems like.
Let's go.
Awesome. So
Nice.
this is either the 9th or 10th episode. And we have a guest again. Or maybe a guest for the second time. Welcome, Mokey.
Hello, I'm Mokey.
You know, for the longest time, I thought your name was Monkey Spider because I would see you on Twitter,
Monkey Spider!
and I would
Monkey Spider.
Is that a new one?
Maybe I'm a little dyslexic, but I always read your name as
I
Monkey
think
Spider.
that's actually the first time I've ever heard that.
Are you serious? Because
There have to be like 20 or 30 different iterations of my name I've heard, and that's the first Monkey Spider.
I would always read it Monkey Spider. I was like, oh, Monkey Spider from Apex.
I was very ready for Monkey Sniper, but Spider is really good.
Yeah, well, now I know.
No, it's Mokey, and then the sniper.
I know. I know now that we're in a call.
So why don't you introduce yourself? What do you do?
I am a movement creator, or sort of that's what I fell into, so to say. And my main focus is on Apex Legends videos. And I started making movement videos and never stopped. That's sort of the very abridged story.
I know we have a very important to get to with the what is a Mokey Sniper, but you say fell into. Is this like what you would choose to make videos on if you could make videos about anything? Not worry about audience, or like, is this just like kind of what happened and what you became known for? Like if you could choose the swap, would you?
If I could choose to swap, I probably wouldn't even create video game content.
Interesting.
Like
What would you make?
if it was a completely viable career, I would just film myself walking around the landscape and go on nice
That'd be
walks,
cool.
and then
I like that.
go play my beach volleyball and make millions of dollars with it.
Okay.
I like that.
I go for it.
That's-
Send it.
Do it.
I swear you had another Twitter, right? Where you post those kind of like photography landscape. Am I misremembering?
Yeah, for a while I stopped posting there for a bit, but the vision is still there.
Okay.
But so should I like go into my origin story, or like how
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
became what I do now?
Yeah, do a little
Yeah.
introduction, I guess.
So originally I am a CAD designer, or like CAD,
What's that?
computer-aided design.
Oh, okay.
The program
Oh.
you use to design components in the PC, or 3D model components on the computer to then turn into 3 real things or real products. And I come out of the automotive area. So like someone has to think about where nuts and bolts are placed in a car,
Mm-hmm.
and where things are welded, and how the housing for the front assistance brake sensor is designed. That was my
That's
job.
you.
That was originally my
really
job.
cool.
Like what I learned, what I went to school for.
So this is kind of like where your skills in that field would have branched out from, right? Because I know you make stuff in Blender for videos sometimes.
It's definitely where some of the skill I honed came from, but I would argue where that creative energy came from was way earlier. I always go back to, I loved making PowerPoint presentation in school. That was my jam. I absolutely love doing that. And looking at what I'm doing now, that's the most straight connection I could ever think of. Like that makes total sense.
That's cute. I like that.
So that's sort of my video and tutorial making origins, where PowerPoint presentations about Norman Foster architecture in middle school.
So how did you like start making videos for YouTube, like from that interest?
I became disillusioned with my job, rage quit, so to say, thinking and sort of knowing and trusting myself that I would be able to build some sort of creative career with absolutely no plan in place whatsoever. It was, looking back, pretty stupid to like quit such a job with no perspective in mind.
I respect it.
I did odd jobs here and there. I did like visual effects production for music videos and logo design, like random creative freelance jobs to keep me over water. And then certain things in Apex happened, and I wanted to watch videos about those things, and those videos didn't exist. So someone had to make them. And if no one else makes them, I'm the person that has to make them.
I like that.
And that's how my very first videos were produced.
I'm in the same boat with like aiming advice. Like
Mhm.
nobody had made these videos. I got asked about them so much. I'm like, okay, screw it. I'll make the videos.
That's pretty much my thought
That's-
process too.
That's always a good thing to have, like
Mhm.
creating videos or creating anything creative from that passion, from that viewpoint.
Mm.
I want those
Make-
things to exist, so I'm gonna make them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Make
cool.
what you want to watch.
Yeah.
So what was your first topic within Apex?
I think ran across the map. I wanted to see how long does it take to run across the map to sort of put into scale
That's
how big the
cool.
map
I
was.
love those videos.
I've
I've seen them for like
watched-
PUBG.
Yeah, I've seen it for Red Dead Redemption because I googled it. I was like, how long would it take to run across this entire map?
Yeah,
Takes a
pretty much
fucking while.
that. So that was my very first video, and then the big break was, I think, my wall running video, because I
yeah.
saw clips about that, or no, the slingshot video came before that. I think.
What was your first video to go like viral?
It was the wall jumping video. That was the first that went viral.
Mm.
Happened early then.
Okay, first I made those run across the map, then comparing movement techniques across the map, like which one is faster.
Yeah.
Then I made a grapple video because I came from Titanfall and people weren't slingshotting with Pathfinder.
Yeah.
So I tried to make.
You
I
remember
learned
these
from that. I
videos?
forgot about that
That's
completely.
so cool.
I became a Pathfinder main for like a couple months because of that video.
Without knowing about that, I could have guessed that. Like your whole vibe. Yeah.
What do you mean
that
by
makes
that?
Oh,
sense.
come on.
Like that whole thing of teaching yourself a mechanic or teaching yourself something intricate and having fun with that simply for the reason of having fun with it. That's like half of Pingu's channel.
You read like a book.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. Oh god, that makes me
then
miss the old
it-
cooldown. It's like 4 times as
Yeah,
long
the 14
now.
seconds. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
that's
I made the
rough.
wall jumping video because I saw a clip of that on Reddit and thought that was really dope, but no one covered it, or was like so new, no one covered it. So I sent that to a Titanfall creator, Frothy Omen, and told him about it and how cool it is. So he made a video about it, and at the same time, I think I started working on it. Or after that video came out, people still weren't using it. And that's where my inspiration from "you're underestimating wall jumping, use this thing. I have to show you how useful it actually is."
Hmm.
And I think I posted that to Reddit, and that's when it popped off and sort of went viral. And yeah, and then just more videos, and sort of after a bit of ping-ponging and seeing what do I want to make, going more and more into the movement niche and keeping that as my brand, so to say.
So where did your fascination with Titanfall come from? Like where in the timeline did you like really get into that?
I'm originally a Battlefield player.
Oh,
Interesting.
Like, I think
which one?
Battlefield. I started with Battlefield 3. Before that, I was playing other games like Modern Warfare and Crysis, but like the first series I got into
MW.
was Battlefield. And
I played the small map for Battlefield 3, but never really got into anything else.
that makes sense, yeah. The Metro or like Close Quarters DLC.
Ah.
This shit was the
So yeah,
bomb.
Battlefield 3 and then Battlefield 4. And in Battlefield, I love playing the jet, which in hindsight still makes total sense.
I agree.
I had that on Twitter recently where I talked about that. Like using a game mechanic to free yourself of the confinements of the ground and exploring 3D space. Yeah, that tracks.
I like
And then I think I played Battlefield 1. Didn't enjoy that much, even though in hindsight it's
That makes
regarded
sense.
as one of the best Battlefields in history.
Same boat for me. I didn't like it that much.
Picked
Did you
up
play the new
Titanfall
Battlefield?
2 on a whim. I was part of labs,
Like the
played
beta?
that a bit, and then No,
Did you
before the beta, there was like Battlefield Labs.
Oh,
I was
I
part
don't
of
know.
part of that and played a bit. And as the beta came out, I was like away for 5 of those 6 days,
Oh, it's
and
alright.
then I couldn't play. So yeah, sadly didn't play it.
Back to Titanfall
So yeah,
though.
I picked up Titanfall 2 because I didn't enjoy Battlefield.
Did you beat the
And
gauntlet time?
I think I did.
You better have,
Okay.
because I did.
So you're a better Titanfall player than me.
No.
Like I think that's
Yeah,
Become a
that's what
movement
she's
creator.
saying.
depending on who
Yeah.
you ask.
No.
Depending
When are
on
we
who you
getting
ask,
the
running
JD
the
movement
gauntlet and taking
tutorial?
the time.
I only
It's
did it
the
because there was
only
an
method.
achievement for it. I never played the multiplayer, so.
How did you not know how to airstream?
Heresy! That's heresy.
Oh my god! Blasphemy. I was on console, okay? What do you expect? I'm on console
Okay,
and I'm
fair
in
enough.
Australia. Let me just conjure up some fucking players on the other team.
Okay, that's true.
I played the campaign. I really liked it, and I got a good time on the
That's
gauntlet.
good. Did you cry at the end?
Yes.
Spoilers,
I
but did you
did.
cry
I
at the
was
end?
fucking close to. That game's
Yes.
campaign is so good.
It's good. You should play it if you haven't.
Yes.
I haven't played
Dear
Titanfall
chat,
1.
do you call viewers chat? What
Not really.
What is the army called? The raw input army.
I don't know.
I feel like we had a term at some point, but I forgot it.
Well, people say like raw inputters, but that's like bad. We can't call them that.
We do it raw here.
Jesus Christ. By the way, I want to ask.
Yeah.
PUDDER, the pudders.
What?
The pudders.
The what?
The inputters, the raw inputters, and you
Who said
skip that
that?
to inputters, and you skip that to putters. The putters.
You know what? I like that.
I don't.
Pudding army.
Okay, it's better than raw inputters.
I guess.
Don't call yourself that.
Okay,
They can come up with their own name.
dear raw inputters, play Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
That's
play
what
the
we
campaign,
actually
at
wanted
least.
to talk about. Yeah, play Titanfall 2 if you haven't.
If you
Campaign
can,
has to
play
be like
multiplayer.
top 5 FPS campaigns ever, right?
I think in terms of like primarily multiplayer focused shooters, I don't know what beats it, honestly. I really like it.
It's my favorite multiplayer game of all time.
Damn.
But that's
It
like,
beats Apex for you?
again, the bias is big.
Hmm.
I
I
think,
do want to
yeah,
ask you.
it beats Apex for me.
I know what you're gonna ask, Pingu. I'm curious to ask it.
I'm curious if you know what I'm going to ask, because I was going to ask about Battlefield 4. Are you familiar with
Very
like how
good.
the movement in that game has developed?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's so
Like
cool. People
the
are still finding
what is it
tags,
called?
like,
The
to this day.
Zuzu and
Yeah.
Zuvuzu and
Muzu.
whatever.
Have you heard about the Ruzu? Because that one was like game changing, and it was only found a couple years ago.
What about the Zuzu?
Yeah, that's a real one.
I definitely saw like all the oohs and woos movement
It
tags,
is probably the
but
worst
way
named
after I
text.
stopped playing.
Probably the worst
Yeah,
named
because they
text
all
in any
sound so
game.
similar.
Yeah, it's cute. I'll give him that, but it is terrible for understanding. Like I've talked with like really good Battlefield 4 players, and we still can't agree on like what is a Muzu versus a Vuzu.
Yeah, but oh no, the like 500 people that actually care about it or use it regularly have to contend with names you think are bad. I think what's it called? I have those moments where I have like words and I only know in English or I only know in German.
Say it in German. We can work it out.
Die Auswirkung.
Repeat that.
Auswirkungen.
Good luck with that one, JD.
Oh, right. Auswirkungen.
Almost. The impact, the consequences. Like the consequences of that tech being named badly is not that big. Let's be honest.
What do you think
it's
about
not. It's
the
really not.
Apex movement tech names?
The Tappenstreifen?
What about them?
Do you
In
like it?
German?
I saw your comment this morning about the skipping
Really exciting.
Oh, tell us about that.
I mean, I over time I have sort of accepted my role as the, in quotes, villain when it comes to movement tech names, and I have fun with it. I play that role. Whatever.
Which ones have you named? Did you name Tapstriker?
Directly named? I definitely named skip jumping. I probably named
Needlessly?
like 5 or so, or some others.
That's really cool.
But I only discovered maybe 2 out of the 100.
That's 2 more than most, almost everybody.
2 more than me.
Which 2?
The altar boost or whatever it's called, when you can make an altar portal and throw yourself up it.
See.
I named that, or I found that. Void launch. And probably like 1 or maybe 2 others. I make a lot of side discoveries when investigating a tech, and sub discoveries, or how to combine certain tech, or how one state influences another. But like
Like what?
core movement tech, I very rarely discover them.
Are they generally discovered by accident? Is it just like someone doing something and they're like, what the fuck, how did I do that? And then people investigate from there? Or is it like this thing should exist?
The majority, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely something I had in a moment where like, oh, what was it? That mantling. I'm just going to describe it, even if you understand it or not. Just
Yeah, go for it.
That mantling resets jump fatigue, which means you could use a mantle hop to jump slide backwards and then jump at full height instead of having jump fatigue when you usually jump slide.
Lost me at mantle hop.
That makes sense. Jumping into a mantle and immediately jumping out of it.
Okay.
But being in that mantle state resets jump fatigue, like the lower jump you usually get when you jump too often.
I really like those kind of like, I don't know, theorized discoveries with movement in games. Like some of the stuff that like people knew probably existed because of Titanfall, and like finding it in Apex because like the same engine and whatnot. A lot of stuff
Those
carries
also
over.
feel absolutely incredible. Like when you go, wait, that thing exists and that subsystem works in that and that way. Shouldn't that mean that the following thing exists? Goes into fire range, tests it out. Oh, it actually exists. It works exactly like I thought it would.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It'd be
Those
so
moments are
fucking
dope as
cool.
hell.
As someone that's like not in the know, wasn't Apex meant to be Titanfall 3?
Very originally, yes. It started
cool.
development as Titanfall 3.
So does it have a lot of the like same, like, does it feel the same as Titanfall 2? Or not at all?
Yes.
Okay.
It feels the same in some aspects and feels completely different in other aspects.
Right.
Like it's still the same engine and it still has a bunch of the core Source engine games in it that feel fundamentally the same, but then the whole philosophy of movement is completely different. So in that regard, it does not feel the same.
That's a good way of putting it. I like that.
Like Titanfall 2 had the philosophy of gaining momentum and keeping momentum. And every movement tech that at least was intended and then later discovered serves this function, either gaining momentum or keeping momentum. And Apex is a lot more. I made the comparison of throwing a bouncy ball down a set of stairs and yanking down family pictures in the process. That's what Apex feels like. Like in the comparison, I always make the comparison. Titanfall 2 is like snowboarding. You snowboard down the mountain, you try to be very smooth, You try to incorporate tricks, but everything you do feels like it should keep flowing and should serve the goal of getting down the mountain. And in Apex, that's true for macro movement. So like getting A to B, from getting outside of the ring into the ring.
Mhm.
But within a gunfight, it's not that. It's often just manipulating that specific sideline and then going over here and then going back and then knocking someone, which opens an opportunity to get a specific resource, which could be some loot or getting behind cover or getting a place to place your ultimate. So it's a lot more like bing bong bing ding ding dong ding dong and bouncing all around.
Would you say it's more like skateboarding then? Shorter lines, bursts of tricks, a lot of start and
That's
stop.
very fitting. That's very fitting,
I
actually.
like that
Yes.
a lot.
Let's go. Completed the
The
analogy.
comparison could also be parkour versus freestyle,
Hmm.
if you know what differentiates them. Like parkour is the thing of getting from A to B and using your own body and the environment around you as tools to overcome the environment, but still get from point A to B. And freestyle is having fun with the environment and using it to do tricks and seeing opportunities of how to be creative with it. But that snowboard versus skateboarding makes a lot of sense, yeah.
This might be why I prefer Apex's movement system. I don't know if this is like a hot take or anything. I don't really follow the communities of these games, but I really like Apex's like in combat movement. I think it's really good.
As some of the Titanfall diehards would crucify me for this, but Apex has a lot deeper and more complex movement system than Titanfall.
Interesting. I wasn't expecting that take, but yeah, I don't know.
I got crucified for that take in my TFT video. I got essays in my comment section.
And it's just different goals. Like if your goal is to flow smoothly and sort of ballet dancing around your enemies, then Titanfall is your jam. And if your goal is to do a sick 360 and combine like multiple things back to back and do a lot to get a smaller result, or have the result be more micro-oriented than macro-oriented, then to get to the end goal are just more faceted and deeper and more developed than Apex. That's just a fact.
It is nice to know that I'm not insane.
I still like Titanfall more, but that doesn't distract from
Interesting.
that truth.
So if you could only have one, you would pick Titanfall?
No,
What would you pick?
Really?
I would pick Apex.
Really?
Yes, because
Why?
it made my career, and
Okay, fair
it
point.
still
Okay,
has
but ignoring the
so
those
much more
facts.
potential.
You can't ignore that.
And I'm still having fun with Apex.
Hmm.
I stopped having fun with Titanfall.
What if the player base was as big as Apex?
That would probably mean that there's development support behind it, which would mean we might get more mechanics, which would mean further tools, and with a bigger community could come more discoveries, which could make it exciting again. So if Titanfall was as big as Apex, I would prefer Titanfall.
Okay.
But
that's
only
pretty
under the
fair.
header of it coming with development support and introducing more things into it. Not even content into it, but more tools. Like give me toys.
Yeah. I'm actually curious. What would you say your favorite season of Apex was?
Wait, can I ask something? How many seasons of Apex are there?
What are they at?
25.
Like right now?
25.
25.
I think we're in 25.
All right. Now answer the question. 25.
Either season 0 or 7.
What made
7 was when Horizon was introduced and Olympus was introduced.
Yeah.
I started playing during season 7 and loved it.
That's my most playtime as well.
It was
aside
just
from 0.
where I had a lot of fun just messing around with stuff. and it's also where I played a lot. And over time, the seasons just started to blur into each other. So there might be a moment I enjoyed more after that. But if you ask me about having to name one, it's either season 0 or season 7.
That makes sense.
I'm also curious, like, wasn't lurches an understood concept before Apex existed?
Nope.
Really?
It wasn't understood in Titanfall before Apex existed.
So how long before tap strafing came into Apex were lurches understood in Titanfall?
If only there was a website where we could look at that sort of stuff. ApexMovement.tech.
Such a cool project.
July 2019. So a few months after Apex came out.
I see. I'm surprised it took so long for people to find tap strafing then.
Yeah, especially because I think Titanfall 2 was released in 2017. So it took like 2 years of consciously recognizing what lurches do and that they exist and that they can be manipulated.
Has there been any tech that's worked backwards? Like someone found something in Apex and then people have gone back to Titanfall and like
Super glides.
implemented it in. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Super
I
glides,
forgot
totally.
about that.
That's sick. Has that like changed the speedrunning space?
No, because of the universal crouch kick fix, which
I see.
Zweek made a video about.
That guy's
But in
videos are
short,
so fucking good. Can we give him a shout out?
Yes.
Because he deserves more views and subs.
Hell yeah.
His videos
Hell
are
yeah.
so good.
And I feel like the raw inputs enjoyers are exactly the type of audience that would also enjoy Zweek videos.
Yup.
So yeah, everybody go watch Zweek videos. He just released a video on Mirror's Edge, so it's not just Titanfall and Apex anymore.
I
Oh,
was
is that the one you
actually
showed me?
yeah,
I love
that's
that
that
game.
person, June. I was floored by the animation at the start. Like he made that just for the
It's
the video.
ridiculous.
It's
Like
insane.
some person commented his transition from speedrunner that does occasional animation to animator that does videos about speedrunning is progressing further and further. And that's totally true. It's crazy how good he is.
Yeah, I was blown away. Like genuinely. Some of like the best videos I've watched on the site.
So yeah, super gliding sadly doesn't exist in the Titanfall speedrun because of crouch kicks and the mod that was implemented to make them frame independent. And if that wasn't a thing, there's like 1 or 2 segments where super gliding even makes sense in the speedrun. And only as a backup for one of those cases. I'm trying to think if there's something else that made its way back. Like some of the mental tech.
We never did answer the big question, did we? What is a Mokey sniper? What does the name mean? How'd you get it?
Oh, the name, okay.
We left them
It's a
waiting on the
monkey
big
spider.
reveal.
Yeah, the story is pretty anticlimactic. I played Crisis 2 and I liked sniping and I liked jumping around. So a monkey that
Crisis
jumps
1.
around, and then I spelled my name wrong and stuck
On
with it.
purpose?
No, it was supposed to be Monkey Sniper.
They were right.
Yep.
That's good.
And then it was Mokey Sniper.
I like that.
And that was my name, and I named the YouTube channel after that, and it just stuck. In hindsight, I'd like to have a different name.
What would you
because,
have?
I don't know. The sniper part is sort of the gamer XXX
Yeah,
60
I like
cringe
that.
part.
XX
But it stuck
epic
around.
sniper.
I tried to
XX.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to do Mokey on the Twitter handle and wherever. And sort of in conversations it's Mokey. But the full thing, let it be Mokey Sniper. It is what it is.
I like that.
So all of
cool,
the
like,
people who
origin
How
story.
was that
misread
reveal?
it, they're right.
Yeah. Monkey spider.
That would have made for a better logo. Like Monkey Spider
Wait, true.
gives a lot of inspiration for some dope logos, I think.
How much do you think those skills have helped you as a YouTuber? Like, doing logo design in the past, CAD, that kind of thing?
Substantially.
Mm.
Like, not even the skills, but the underlying interest, like the fundamental. It sounds a bit corny, but the fundamental way a creative or person or artist looks at the world and looks at problems and how problems can be solved. And I was always interested in everything, and especially then creative things. So I was also consuming a lot of video production and film production content over the years before I ever started to make videos myself. So that whole thing of how to think about what you're trying to communicate and what is the visual text and what is the visual subtext and what is the text and subtext of the words you use and the core things of how a story is told, that you can split it into a 3-part structure or into 3 arcs, and that you can establish concepts and then link back to them or combine them with each other, and music theory and all that kind of stuff I was interested in before I ever got into YouTube. So I would say it helped a tremendous amount.
That makes a lot of sense to me, yeah. Because I was the same, and we had a chat about like video essayists. I watch a lot of videos and a lot of video essayists, and I feel like that like just watching and keeping an eye for how other creators approach different challenges in videos and how they tackle different topics. Like it really does help when making your own videos. So it makes sense that like CAD would also kind of give you that experience and lead you to building on that experience. That makes a lot of sense to me.
And even not just paying conscious attention to it, but just absorbing it would inform decisions you make in your creative process, whether you know it or not.
Mm.
So that's definitely also a thing that plays a part in it. So I'm not sure like how much of the skills I acquired, but maybe how you have to structure a problem. Like in CAD, you have to be aware of where you are right now, what is the end product you want to achieve, and which sub-steps do you need to take in it. And the more you work in CAD, the more you actually start to think in CAD for everyday problems. That's something I've tried to explain to other people, and people look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
I wonder if like programmers would get it, because I know what you mean, but I haven't really
think
had that
programmers would
experience
get it,
myself.
yeah.
I think programmers would get it
Yeah.
though. I've done a bit
Yeah.
of like programming, and that would be my analogy. I never got good enough to think in that kind of like structured thought process, but I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like problems like I need to get this package and I need to wrap it and then I need to place it in this and this spot till I do something else and then I need to pick it up and move it somewhere. And those sub-problems in your head being related to tools you use in CAD or in CAD, and trying to explain that to someone that doesn't understand, like you said, programming or is deeply involved like 8 to 10 hours a day in a program that requires a certain logic to think in, probably makes you sound mental. The same thing happens to me with aim training, actually.
That's cool.
Mm.
How does that like manifest?
Like I have moments where like little split seconds where moving towards something, or especially moving towards something feels like a flick, or like it's so hard to explain. Do you not get that like at all?
For me, I think, I don't know, I have always been quite conscious about aim in more conventional terms. So I don't really relate it back to anything else, because for me, it kind of is that thing, if that makes sense. It's why I find analogies very unintuitive in my videos, and like I really have to work for them, because it's just not really how I think of concepts within aiming. I don't relate it back to something, like it is just the thing.
I mean, for me,
Yeah, somehow
I know
I
there's
make
like
those connections in my brain.
there's things I need to speed up, like going from target to target and just like being more accurate and stuff.
I think I get you both. I just don't know if I've like, I don't know, experienced what you're talking about myself, Mokey. I'm not sure.
You're a born talent, so you know.
It
But
feels a bit like what's it called when you can see colors when you taste stuff or when you hear music, like synesthesia or something.
Okay, that actually makes
I
sense.
get you.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
That's quite literally how it feels. Like making connections between certain ways of thinking that don't really make sense. Why your brain crosses over those pathways.
There's a bit of advice that fits into that category for me, where it doesn't really work for me, but I know a lot of people find it very effective. It's to think of your screen like you're pointing a camera and you want the image to be as stable as possible. That didn't really do anything for me, but apparently that advice is like it makes things click for people. So that might be like an example of what you're talking about. Like unconventional comparisons really help concepts like click into place.
I heard that recently that someone said when they started to think of aim trainers like trying to move your view in a 3D space instead of just something on your screen or something on a 2D plane. That's when they started to understand the concept of mouse control. I'm not sure exactly what the quote was, but something along those lines I heard recently.
Yeah, because like that doesn't like scan for me at all. Like I said, aim training is the thing I reference things back to. So
okay,
that would be
maybe
very
I'm just
difficult
weird
for me to work with a student who would need that kind of advice. Because I think both you and I work with very literal interpretations of things. Robust explanations, whys behind things, but like analogies that make things click. I have to be like very personal, I feel like.
You're good at those though,
hard to
with like
construct.
sports comparisons.
Maybe. The one that came
That's
to
true.
mind
Yeah.
was like smoothness and like deceleration on flicks. I feel like that sort of thing is pretty common in a lot of disciplines. And I could see that, like those ideas of like, you know, what makes for actually smooth aim applying to like real world concepts. Like some of my momentum based hobbies, I will occasionally think of it through that lens.
Well, I had the Bella song reference that had to be cut from the Pioneered Trinity video, actually. That was your suggestion about it being heavier at the ends and what that does to like when you're flipping it.
Why'd you cut it?
Didn't really fit. The pacing like of the video was already kind of slow, and that was like too far of a detour from the topic. I feel like I would have lost people if I'm like, here's the mouse, here's the aim stuff, and then Bella songs, you know. And I think it would have been really good, but I couldn't get it to work. So, yeah.
Regarding that lens, like the more I have that concept in mind, the more it applies to like everything. Is that slow is smooth and smooth is fast? That applies to literally everything. That applies to how you strafe in Apex, how you learn movement in Apex. That applies to aim training. That applies to sports and relationships, and it's crazy.
I can see that like working as like a practice mantra where like you start slow, then you stay smooth as you get faster. But I've seen people take that the wrong way in aim training actually, where they're always just slow, because slow isn't necessarily smooth. So it's tricky for me to like, I don't know, give that out as like individual micro advice. But I agree that like as a macro like practice like mentality thing, yeah, I see it.
I think there are more
you can probably talk like
aim
an
training
hour around that.
Probably. Because the issue is like slow is often smooth, but what happens when you have to go fast? Is it still smooth at that point?
You gotta lay it on thick.
I'm gonna say you going back to the relationship.
I make the same analogy between being hectic and being fast, and those are also two different concepts.
Yeah.
And it's sort of the same direction as the slow is smooth and smooth is fast. because you can have the same speed while being hectic and being fast and still have two completely different processes.
This was a concept I struggled with actually, like controlled speed and seeing like I would get scores on speed scenarios that were lower than people, and I think I have to go faster when like it's no, I need more control. I get what you're getting at for sure. How'd you get into aim training actually? Because this has been like a more recent thing.
I was fed up with how bad I was in game.
Fair.
Yeah. So like I went on an initial arc like 1.5 years ago, and then lost motivation. But then like recently it just caught up with me that my other skills that I acquired in gaming are not enough anymore to cover up my aiming flaws in Apex.
Well, you have some pretty tough competition in that game, to be fair. So,
like on the one hand, of course, it's the age-old controller and aim assist debate, but that's not even my point. It's just people that grind this game for just a few hours every day, just 2 to 3 hours every day, over the past 5 years. That accumulates hard. And you can talk around it any way you want. At the end of the day, you need to shoot the enemy to win, and you need to shoot the enemy to clear paths. And if you don't do more damage than they do to you, it's over. And I was just fed up with that holding me back.
yeah, that's fair.
So I
How's it been
started.
going?
I mean, what am I right now? Not plat complete, but yeah, tracking is complete plat.
Well done.
Let's go.
And I've been working on relearning static after my whole.
Fuck static.
Hey, another static hater.
I think you
My whole
got
tremor
3
debacle.
others of them in this call. I'm not a fan.
Static's so
Maybe
fucking
4.
stupid. I hate it.
So yeah, that was actually something we wanted to touch on, like tremor.
Yeah.
That JD also is trying to
Yeah.
manage that or has managed that.
I have a hand tremor, like naturally.
Yeah.
But the only way I can manage it is through beta blockers. I've tried
That's
everything else.
what I also started.
Yeah, I've tried everything else, but nothing else helps. So,
Have
unfortunately,
you ever adjusted your technique or specifically trained sort of tremor control or anti-tremor techniques?
I've never looked up stuff like that, but I've tried different like grips and you know, just different ways of aiming. But the only thing that's ever helped me is beta blockers, unfortunately. So,
Okay.
but I also
I mean,
have
I only started.
I have like a autoimmune disease, so it probably goes a lot deeper than a lot of people.
No, okay.
That said, though, it hasn't like held you back or anything. You're like what, almost Grandmaster complete on season 3, so
Yeah, Grandmaster 1. If it wasn't for static, I'd be Grandmaster complete.
yeah.
So fuck static.
That's pretty damn good with a tremor.
Yeah.
Like even without a tremor, but with a tremor especially.
Agreed.
I mean, like I said, the only thing that's ever helped me is beta blockers, unfortunately. But also the reason for my tremor is like health wise. I have something called Graves' disease that gives me like a very bad tremor. So
No, that's garbage.
yeah, that's what I said to my doctor. But
How similar did it look to Mokey's? Because I sent you the video on Discord of, I remember you made a post, Mokey, showing like your hand tremor.
I know, I liked it because I was like, oh my god, same. I mean,
And apparently it's a bit more common than I thought in aim training.
I think so. I think a lot of
Like
people have like a hand tremor.
Till I looked into it, it was like, am I the only one that's suffering from
No.
that? But no, it's you, and like Kaiba has it as well, and on
There's
the
a lot of
Kovac
people.
subreddit, some people have it.
I mean, there's many different
Pingas?
reasons for it.
Yeah, I
Do you know
have
any, Laura?
essential
Sorry?
tremor.
Do you know any really good tremor aimers? I think Pingas or with a 0 maybe.
Oh yes, that's right.
Really good
I
Apex
remember that
player. He's
person.
got a tremor.
I can't think of any like super high ranking Kovacs people, but I also, don't ask very often.
There was someone, I remember I looked at it on Twitter. There was someone that was like pretty big in Kovacs that had it.
There's somebody who I've been talking to recently named Riley Poster who has the worst tremor I've ever seen. It comes from RSI from Melee, and she's actually getting like top 100% smoothness scores, like beating Corporate Surf on Snake Track.
That's crazy.
Which is really cool.
Is she medicated?
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Beta blockers?
How?
She take those?
Yeah, screw asking for sense. I want to know her dose.
Yeah. What did she take right now?
Yeah. Because I had those moments like when I got back into aim training and trying to do some smoothness or tracking things and feeling like you literally have zero control over what the fuck your arm is doing.
I would just rage quit out of it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't even
yeah.
play. I would be like, nah, this is not my fault. I'm not playing this.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
I get that.
have a tremor. I don't think so. But I can't do those like super smooth movements either. I just don't get it and I've given up. I don't think I'm particularly smooth in Kovacs, but I think I'm pretty smooth in game, and it definitely hasn't like held me back from getting any scores. So if that's any reassurance, like you don't really need to play pure smoothness stuff to be good at other types of aim, including like general smoothness.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm medicated now. I do a lot of very deliberate anti-tension work. So like from the ground up, reworking the entire technique of what's the least amount of tension I can introduce to get where I want.
Has it driven you insane yet? This is a genuine question because I felt like I was going crazy doing this.
Not so far. Because
It's good.
I accepted that my scores would go down at first and I would have to rebuild them from scratch.
Mm.
So maybe it was a mindset. Maybe it was that I'm so in comparison low compared to you on the scores. So it felt like there was not that much to lose.
I think it was probably a mindset thing because like I know it was an issue that I had, that I was like using too much tension. But the idea of like going back and like working, like you said, from the ground up, it was like, I don't know, 1,000 hours of aim training deep at that point. And the idea of like losing, quote unquote, all that was a lot to stomach.
Yeah, that's the thing. I couldn't say that I would have stayed that calm with 1,000 hours in it.
Has it helped though?
Pretty tremendously.
Awesome.
cool.
Like I now take my beta blockers every day, but still I went back to there's like one full pop switch or pop track in clicking 2 in Vedem.
Pop track sounds right.
Where it's essentially just a tracking task in.
Hello? It happened again.
It's okay. Wait, JD's gone.
What happened?
What the hell?
JD?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I'll see if he sends me a DM. We can't hear you there, Mokey. Do you think playing like slower sensitivities help you, JD, with your tremor?
No, because for me, if I'm streaming or if I want to get clips, I take my medication, which is beta blockers, and then I don't shake. So
Okay.
if I did not have medication, probably I would say a slower sensitivity would help me for sure, but it's not what I like to play. So hello.
Welcome back.
Hello?
It
That was
worked.
not me.
Oh my god.
I don't know how.
Welcome back.
Hello.
That was the noise of frustration.
That's all you needed. Reactivated your internet. Are you still recording?
Apparently.
Sweet. Okay.
Nice.
Where do we leave off?
What's the next question?
I don't know. We were talking about.
Felt like we were yapping a bit.
What's your favorite way to cook an egg?
None of them because I'm vegan.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
How long have you been vegan for?
2 years.
And what made you
Full
go
vegan.
vegan?
The ethical side.
That's
Okay,
fair.
I fuck with that.
I definitely think you're unquestionably morally in the right, and the rest of us are unquestionably morally in the wrong. But,
Hey, don't speak for me.
well, that's my opinion.
Oh, actually, never
That
mind.
means
I
at
eat
least I
dairy.
don't have to make any arguments
No, I
if
would
that's already
if
the accepted truth.
I don't know. It was it a lot of like effort? Was it tricky to stop eating
No.
meat? No.
Did
Nope.
you not eat a
Nope.
lot beforehand, or?
Mm, average amount,
hmm
like here and there, like 3-4 times a week, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say the
And then
same
over
for
time,
me. I mostly eat chicken.
I think I dropped meat. Like I went full vegetarian, and then slowly phased out milk products. And the last thing to go was cheese.
I think
Yeah,
that would be the
Cheese is
hardest for
always the
me.
hardest because
Yeah.
vegan cheese is still garbage.
For me, cheese and milk. I have milk in my coffee, so it's like, how do I replace that?
But like, isn't coffee, like milk and coffee, one of the places where milk is the easiest to?
I would think so
No,
too.
it's so good. I can do no sugar,
soy
but
milk?
no milk? Oh my god.
Oat milk?
Yeah, but like vegan milk alternatives.
Oat milk? You want me to drink nut milk?
Yes.
I thought like places actually use oat milk as like a first choice sometimes.
Really?
I thought
Yeah.
so.
Not here in the city, I'll tell you that.
How do you know? Have you ever
Like
asked
I,
what kind of
I
milk it is?
definitely think in some places it became the more trendy thing.
I was gonna
To use
say,
oat
aren't
milk.
you
Yeah.
Melbourneers like hipster? What's going on?
Yeah, but
Get
like
the oat
Yeah, I
milk.
think.
to get oat milk, you have to ask for oat milk. If I just say, "Can I have an iced coffee?" they'll give me like full milk.
But I also don't drink coffee, so I don't know.
Oh, what do you drink? How do you get your caffeine?
I don't drink caffeine.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Water. Drink water, my friend.
Water.
You're an hour.
Oh,
I don't have
I have
caffeine either.
ADHD.
Me too, but I'm medicated.
I'm not.
Shouldn't that mean that caffeine has the exact opposite
You would
effect?
think, but for me it helps. I mean, I don't know if I'm maybe not ADHD, but like I've never been
I mean, it
diagnosed.
definitely
but-
helps. It's a stimulant. It
Oh my
does
god.
what.
I drink like 500 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Of
It's only for me.
caffeine? Holy shit.
Yes.
So you're essentially medicated.
I may as well be on meth, yeah.
Yeah,
How much do
it
you
has
have,
pretty much the
Sheen?
same effect.
I'm curious.
It doesn't put me to sleep.
How much is 500?
500 is like 3-4 monster cans.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't. You got poisoned on Red Bull. So.
One sip of Red Bull and I was murdered.
Well, you have the medication. I don't. They won't give it to me. I'm too old. Too
Yeah,
old.
that's the thing. Like when on the times when I tried caffeine, it was like it does nothing for me. I
Put you
get
to
tired
sleep?
when I drink caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later
Interesting.
the realization came, yeah, that might be the neuro spicy thing.
For me, I literally cannot function without like caffeine. At least a coffee in the morning. But I'm also not medicated, so. That probably
Have you
How
been
helps.
diagnosed
late
with
did
anything,
you
Mokey?
work that out, Mokey? Sorry, double question.
over the
Triple question. I'm
over the
curious.
past 2 years, maybe.
Really?
It was the realization that that must be the thing. I haven't
How old are
officially
you?
been diagnosed, but like every single indicator fits that perfectly. And all the online tests you can do, the high score goes like ding 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 ding. So
Like,
yeah,
specifically
that makes sense.
ADHD?
ADHD?
Also autism.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the RADS 5 or what's
What's your score?
the
What'd you get?
Yeah, what's your
do
PV?
you can do?
do you
on there?
gap us?
3 digits?
What 3 digits?
In the RADS,
RADS are-
test?
I think like 140 or something.
Okay. I think who's
Okay.
been the highest on this podcast? Do you think it's Riley or Maddie?
That's a crazy thing to keep track of. Like other podcasts can keep track of how many words per minute can you type, or like you want to sign the wall.
You so autistic.
How much autism do you have?
Has Maddie done one?
I don't know. Let me message him. Hang on.
Matty got the high score.
Yeah, get the new one.
MattyOW,
We have to see who's
have
number
you
one.
done Raz test? Finger and mokeysniper want to know.
Do you think we'll ever have somebody on the podcast who's neurotypical?
No.
Probably not. No.
No.
Oh no.
Not in
He's
this
gonna do it
hobby.
right now. So we'll get a live Matty Radza update like in a few
Let's
minutes.
go.
Fuck yeah.
That's big.
And I'll also do another one to actually know my score because I think it was something like that.
Mokey, how was your school experience? The silence says it all.
Not that great.
Okay. Mine too. I think that
Like, I
has
was
to do with
the-
our RADS R test scores.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Like I was made to skip a class, and then the teacher like didn't support me whatsoever, and I went back down.
I mean I had the same. I had to go like with this random ass lady. She pulled me out of class and she was like, "Hey, play with these little animals and tell me what you're thinking." And I'm like,
That's
"Oh,
crazy.
yeah." Well, this one is all alone. So
What were you thinking?
I was like, "That's me."
Oh no!
What?
The little animals?
With the lonely
Yeah.
animal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sad. What the hell?
that's so
Oh,
sad.
I recently talked.
Don't say
Yeah, I
that.
recently had that chat with my mom about like school experience, and
Recently.
I told her that I had moments that I vividly remember where I felt like an alien,
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
where you think like,
It's like nobody understands.
am I a human if that's how other people act?
God.
Yeah.
Oof,
I
this
had moments
is
like those.
hitting too close to home.
Yeah.
Let's end this.
Podcast over.
What is the correlation between this and being into source movement? What do you think?
That's like, what's the Venn diagram, and they're both the same circle.
Do you like the Raw Input podcast? You're probably in the middle of the Venn diagram.
It's highly likely.
That's fine though.
We'll see. We'll see what happens with Matty. He's taking the test right now, so
You
we
want
can
to
see
have a
who
guess?
wins. Me, I have
He's
no
over
idea.
100.
Matty actually doesn't. I think he has ADHD. He said he probably has OCD. So
I take it back.
Interesting.
He's probably under 100. I would say he gets like 90.
Really?
It depends on how much his ADHD masks the
Yeah.
autism, and how much he can demask while taking the test.
I don't think he's that autistic. I think he has OCD.
Interesting. I'm gonna guess 130.
I'm guessing 90.
I don't know.
Do you want to put coin on it?
Okay, that's
not where I
probably a
expected
step
this
too
podcast
far. Betting on people's autism
Gambling on
tests.
autism results. Yeah, that's a.
My bad.
That's how you know
Yes.
JP's Australian.
Oh, the pokies, the autism pokey.
The
Mhm.
Pokey! You want to go, Mokey?
Nah, I hate gambling. I despise
What?
gambling.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'll go without you.
Do that. Yeah, you
You
will
can
have
win
to.
bigger on the Pokies. Trust me.
True. That's how they get
How-
you.
How much money have you
No.
lost on the pokies, JD?
So what's the next question we have?
No comment. Yeah.
When does a movement glitch go too far?
That actually is a good question.
That is a really
That's a very
interesting
good
question,
question.
actually. Because there have been some, like, movement tech that has been classified as, like, an exploit. Like, punch boosting is the first to come to mind, like, that got removed. And they were going to touch tap strafing, but that didn't end up happening. So what do you think, like, defines that line between, like, this is just utilizing a game mechanic, this is an exploit and needs to be, like, removed from the game?
I literally came up with a framework to think about that,
Ooh.
Okay.
because sooner or later I had to.
hmm
Let me look up the video where that was a topic. I defined 4 aspects within a quadrant, and then when you plot from the middle how much of that aspect it fulfills, you get an area in the middle, and if that area is big enough, then it's an exploit. That's like how I
like that.
try to think about it. Where is that video? Like one of them was,
It's gotta be like over
does it
centralizing,
work? Does it work everywhere, all the time, and in every terrain?
right?
Like, sort of to think what kind of conditions need to be met for it to work.
So punch boosting was just like any slope, any character.
Pretty much, yeah. Punch boosting would be more, or would fulfill that aspect more.
Mm-hmm.
Then one of the aspects was intent. Like, what do you want to do with it? And it wasn't so much to think about what is an exploit or not, but is something emergent problematic or not? So not so much the distinction between exploit and game mechanic, but is it a problem?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the second thing was intent. Like, is your intent to just mess around with friends, or like jump around in front of the enemy and not even get kills? Or is your intent to use it in ranked, to very deliberately have an unfair advantage over an enemy and win a LAN event with it? That's sort of the intent portion.
Mm-hmm.
Then what was the other thing? Oh, I'm trying to find the video where I covered it.
Do you agree with how the developers have approached things for Apex? Like, do you think punch boosting should have been removed? Do you think, like, they should have, I guess, kept tap strafing if they didn't end up touching it at all?
I strongly believe punch boosting was only removed because of controller. Because the turn speed and how accurately you can snap back 180 degrees is just different on mouse and keyboard and controller.
That makes sense.
If Apex was solely a mouse and keyboard game with the same target audience and game design intent, I don't think punch boosting would have been removed. So I don't agree with it, but I can see the reasoning behind the decision, even though I don't agree with the reasoning, with the end result.
I wonder if, like, you know how Battlefield 6 had that, like, one button 180 on controller? I wonder if people would use that in Apex.
I tried to use that on keyboard and mouse. I couldn't work it out. Is it just controller?
I think they would totally use that in Apex.
I have no idea, actually. I didn't try it. I just saw that it was a thing, and I thought, oh, that's cool.
I tried it. I was like, that's cool. I'm going to do a clip of that. I put it on, and I couldn't do it.
That would actually generate, like, the most insane reactions. Like, oh my god, the hand cam didn't move. Call it.
Yeah, I was trying.
There were so many people saying that Riley was using it, but just like no basis whatsoever
Riley is
on
not using it.
non-180 flicks with the hand cam moving.
Yeah.
No, she's
I mean,
faking the hand cam.
everything was thrown at her, whether it made sense or not.
That was fucking
Yeah.
insane.
I actually want to ask you, what do you think about? I'm sure you've seen like the controversy about the fact that the Battlefield 6 devs are nerfing movement. How do you feel about
Oh
that?
my
Yes.
god. You go, Mokey. That shit annoys me.
I think it's a bit. It might be a bit inconsistent with who they're going after, or not, depending on how narrow you see that.
Not,
It's tricky.
depending on my comments, I'll tell you that.
Because, like, a lot of the stuff that people were getting clips with in the beta, like, were bugs. And they'll be getting removed anyway. And I agree with those getting removed. I think that's fine. But I think anything on top of that is just kind of overkill. When the movement already felt kind of bad to me. Not even in, like, a movement tech way.
Please go back to Call of Duty.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a COD player.
You want a slide cancel?
It's very hard for me. Like,
Okay.
I haven't played Battlefield in so long, so I'm so out of touch with how the game
That's
actually
fair.
feels and how it compares to modern shooters.
When was the last time you played Battlefield?
Played or actively played?
Like, actively played.
Before I got into Titanfall 2.
Damn, so okay.
So
It's
been a while.
What game was that?
2017.
Battlefield
Yeah,
1.
Battlefield 1.
Oof. Okay. It's been a while.
I mean,
It's
I
a
tried to get into
shame.
Battlefield 2042, but it's
Ye-
2042.
Yeah.
I get that.
think Battlefield 6 had like movement that still felt like pretty grounded to me, but like good.
I like the beta.
Actions like changed into each other well. Changed into each other.
I like the beta. I don't know about the full release. They said they're nerfing the movement and all that.
And the blue.
We'll have to
which
see what the
looks
actual
bad.
details are.
Yeah,
agree.
but they said they're nerfing, like they want people to like, you know, burst fire at people. They don't want people to like full
Yeah.
spray. That's not good for the target switchers.
It is gonna hurt our community for sure.
Not good for me.
I hope it's just like a slight change, or you can work around it somehow. Because I
However,
really don't. Like
I do have good
Not gonna
news.
be.
Somebody reported the fact that the crosshair, or like the center of the screen, and where the crosshair actually goes are really decoupled, and your bullets go towards the crosshair, where the crosshair goes. And one of the devs replied and saying, "We're looking into fixing this."
Oh fuck yeah!
And to me, that's actually huge.
So, do they want it to go to the center of the screen, or?
I hope so. I hope it's either either point of aim is centered. I don't really care where the crosshair goes in that point, or they have the crosshair stay in the center, which would also be amazing.
I don't trust them until the game is out.
That's
Also,
fair.
how is this still a topic? Like, wasn't this
It's
a
realism.
whole controversy in
Mokey,
2042
It's realism.
and then was fixed?
I have no idea. It happened with BO6 as well. Like JD probably remember this better than I did. Like something was fucked with the visual recoil,
Yeah.
and they fixed it. And then every game keeps making the same mistake. I don't know.
No, but
Forgot
it's
about that.
realism. Oh my god.
I remember having to
I've
grab
been in
some of
3
your.
wars. I know this.
I remember having to grab some of your BO6 beta clips, Laura, and the visual recoil was so bad. I don't know
Yeah,
how we saw anything. It was terrible.
yeah, it was pretty rough.
Didn't
Yeah.
people say that the BO7 visual recoil is going to be more akin to Modern Warfare 2?
No, not BO7, the MW4. So not BO7, but the next game.
Okay.
The game that
So they
comes
got
out
time to
in
fix it. They got time to fix it.
2026, but they're not gonna fix it. Infinity Ward do not fix things. They do things the way they want to. So
And then the game is bad.
yeah, are you excited for
Are
MW4?
you, JD? You loved MW2, didn't you?
And I think I would rather hang myself, to be honest. But
I
Jesus.
remember your
I'll just-
streams of that game,
Don't
and
say
you
that.
did not seem like you were having a
Oh.
good time.
Miss Collins, do you like the game?
That's also what feels like a Call of Duty exclusive thing to already think about how the visual recoil will work in the game that comes out after the game that's not already out.
Yeah. I mean, I have to admit, Modern Warfare 4, it will be the next game. I can assume that like 90% of it is done. And they're just like waiting for like player feedback, basically.
Live
And then
MattyOW autism test?
Okay.
True.
49.
49?
No.
49.
No.
So hard he doesn't know he's masking. It's chill though.
Is there like something in the other
149.
direction of like neuronormal? Like, where's the threshold usually?
Maddie,
Like 70, 80?
MattyOW, are you listening? I need to talk to you. You're not 49.
So you also wouldn't believe my results, Mokey.
What's yours?
Similar? Same range?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know you enough as like
Okay,
an
Mokey.
I
I know
behave
viscose enough.
in as a person in real life.
It's not 49.
And I also don't know Matty this way, so I don't know.
That is fair.
Just off the vibe
You
read
know, I
and the
guess.
5,000 hours of Kovacs. Which, you know.
Yeah, that's sort of an indicator, but still.
No, it's neurotypical.
I don't think he even believes that.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, he does think he has OCD, which would make sense
Yeah.
to me. The idiot reaction's always so funny.
Okay, 65 is the threshold.
So do you have any more takes on BF6?
Yeah.
Mokey?
I didn't play much about it. I'm excited to get into it. I'd also love to do some vehicle guides on it and get into that.
I
Ooh.
be
need to watch
cool.
those. I did not use the vehicles at all. I blew up immediately.
I was a big vehicle nerd in Battlefield 3.
I need that.
But then with what gets me excited these days about video games, I'm not sure if the fit is as big as it was during my time of Battlefield 3.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I would
I
be
think if
interested
you
if you
did
still
a-
Apex has
enjoyed
ruined
it.
me.
If you did a tutorial on vehicles and stuff, it would actually go pretty hard. I think a lot of people would watch it, me included.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I'd love to do them.
I got
If
into a
they
helicopter
feel
and I got
great,
shot
the
down
vehicles.
immediately. I didn't know how to do my flares.
Isn't there like a button on the screen that tells you press
It does
X
not
to
tell
flare?
me.
Someone's gonna pull up like footage of someone flying and
I
there's
would
just gonna
love
be a
to see
button.
some
I have
Big
some
X.
JD Jet gameplay.
I have some fucking gameplay. It does not tell you. Anyway. Sorry.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, so is most of what you make on YouTube now dictated by like what you think your audience would enjoy, or do you still mostly follow that mantra of like, I want this to exist, therefore I will make it exist?
Yeah, pretty much that.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I realized a long time ago, if I do the videos my audience expects from me, or better to say, I think the holy algorithm wants from me, I'll burn out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Because I had that time where it felt like a slog and grinding for the videos. And as soon as I started making videos where it felt like, I want this to exist, this has to exist, let's make it. Those are the videos that performed the best either way.
Yeah.
Or performed the best over the long run. And I think that's such a fundamental core concept of YouTube that a lot of earlier or smaller or younger YouTubers get confused about or lose sight of. Make videos, make good videos you are passionate about. Everything else comes after that. Like the packaging and whatever. Worrying about thumbnails and titles only makes sense if the video itself is good enough to worry about titles and thumbnails.
Fully agreed. Have you seen people like, I don't know, how there was a video by, I don't know if you know Super iPad. He made a video about like internet courses that they teach you how to become a YouTuber. And they say like look at other channels and see what they're doing and then take those ideas based on what's doing well and just make them again. I think that's kind of like insane advice, because if someone else has made the video already exists, and like if I don't have anything to add, I won't really make the topic.
If there wasn't some more nuance to it, that feels like the YouTube guru quick advice.
Yeah, it definitely does. Super iPad wasn't making the advice; he was talking about the courses to do this kind of thing. But what was it? Was it Ludwig who described like the yank and twist, where he takes
yoink and twist?
and
yeah,
then
the yoink and
it.
twist.
Yeah.
That's why I said like if there wasn't some more nuance to it, because
sure,
getting inspired by those things or taking them and adopting others people's concepts to your niche is very much a thing you could invest some time into and explore and figure out if not even if that's the video you want to make, but if that inspires you to do something else. Like, it's definitely a good exercise, but just straight up take this, replicate it. That sounds like bad advice.
I can't really imagine doing that, to be honest. Wasn't your 30 Days of Kovacs video
I was about to say, yeah.
twist?
It was. It comes from two things. The first one was like day 1 of playing piano versus day 100 of playing piano. That kind of genre of video in other spaces is, pretty well known, pretty popular. Never done for like FPS stuff. And the other one was Candy-Roo, old Apex creator. I don't know if he's still around. He had a video that was like aim training in the firing range for 1 hour doesn't affect my aim. So that was the other inspiration of like taking it to Apex. And that one did really well. So I'm like, you know what? There might be something here that I could do and like be original with. And
And
I
then
pretty
your
much agree with
idea,
everything
your idea just got yoinked by a lot of people.
Yeah, there's no twisting there. It's just the yoinking. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but there was like a big Destiny YouTuber who basically copied my script like beat for beat,
Call him out.
and just I'm not gonna call him out.
Ah,
And like I don't know, that seems like such a scummy thing to do to like a really new YouTuber just doing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Your 300,000 subscribers, they're not gonna know I exist most likely. I don't know. I just I
well,
couldn't do it.
fuck them.
I feel like that kind of creation runs like counter to everything you've said so far, Mokey, about like, I want this to exist, therefore I'm going to make it something I'm passionate about. It's like seeing something do well and being like, I'm going to make it mine now.
Yeah. Oh. Hello?
Uh-oh. Round through? Okay, we can cut around that.
Oh,
So,
But yeah, that's basically been my philosophy for all of my videos. Even like the typing ones, where there have been videos about alternate layouts already existing, they did not have enough like nuance or personal experience or like have a satisfying enough conclusion or enough experience for me to feel like that topic has already been covered. And stuff like if a video exists already that has been done extremely well and I don't feel like I can add anything, I probably will either drop the project or just like not make it.
haven't you
And the
done
best
that
example
before?
for me, I did with the tablet project for FPSs.
Mm.
I think it was Carryu made a really good video on playing Valorant with the tablet, and I'm like, this is the video I would have made essentially. Aside with some like funny workarounds to get around my tablet size, I think I used foot pedals and Excel. But aside from that, like, there's nothing to add. He got really good with it, and I was like, you know what, you got that.
It's crazy though. I can't imagine many creators would just drop a project because someone else made a like similar video.
Honestly, it's probably not a good idea. Like, if you've already put in the time and effort, then, you know, go for it. Everybody's experience is valuable. And like people who make their own personal progression projects with Kovacs, I don't feel like I own the idea of using Kovacs for 30 days and tracking your progress. It's really just like the way concepts
Video
are set up.
structure, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I took issue with.
Because I remember seeing a video that was like really similar and being like, okay, they've just doing that.
There was one guy who ended up becoming a Valorant YouTuber
I
that
think I remember
basically
the
took the same
guy.
thing. Yeah, and then he did another one on Aim Labs, and I think I did another one on like Aim Labs versus Kovacs. And then he ran out of things to, you know, take directly from me. So he went to like Valorant funny moments, which did well. So, you know, respect for that. This guy has almost 1 million subscribers.
The Valorant
That's
guy?
so fucked. No, the oh my god, how does this
Everyone's
happen?
gone. It's over.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So we've got a
What
little.
about the parentheses?
Am I back?
You are back.
Hello.
Welcome.
Okay. for the third time.
So we like Pinker had a fair bit to say about that. So she kept talking, and then I said a little bookend line of like, okay, what's the next question? So we're just gonna pick up from there and just have a new question. So whoever wants to read one out can.
What's the question?
Perfect.
Oh.
Oh my god, I dropped some salami on the floor. Hold on.
I do want to ask about your experience with creation and burnout. Have there been any times when you felt like maybe this isn't it for me? Maybe I want to do something else. Or can I keep doing this for a certain amount of time? Or like just feeling, well, you mentioned it feels like a slog sometimes, but you know, I want to hear about the evolution of your thoughts on creation and like where you sit now and if you still enjoy it.
I definitely had that phase, like where it felt like you chasing after something that didn't materialize. That was like after some of the initial videos had gone viral and had run their course, and then for I'm not sure how long that phase was, like 2 months, 2-3 months, where it had revealed itself to me how much potential there was, but then I kept producing videos that didn't reach that potential at all. And I was, I don't know, earning like 50 cents an hour if you extrapolate it. So like completely unsustainable financially wise.
Right.
And I just kept doing it. But it definitely felt like burnout.
Did you ever seriously consider quitting?
That was the moment where it felt like I'm not sure I can do that forever, mentally and financially.
Did like being a public figure play into that at all, or was it mainly about the creation process?
That could have been because at the same time I was also streaming. And that felt like an obligation because I had the audience and I was playing in the background anyways. So it felt like with the opportunity I was given, I was felt like obligated to explore that avenue as well. And I'm not sure how long I kept streaming, but I realized fairly quickly that streaming is just not for me. My brain is not made for streaming. For that constant social interaction, which is already draining, and to keep that up while performing in game.
It's hard.
This is why I just edit a video on stream and people seem to like it, so makes it easier for me.
And that might have been the same time or around the same time where I was also struggling with videos or like with what kind of videos do I want to make and still trying to put out a video a week at least while struggling with it creatively and sort of from the passion. So that was a bit of a down point.
Not a good time.
Well, asking for a friend, what advice would you give to someone in that situation?
That's really hard because none of the advice I think I give is rational.
What would you say though?
Give it anyway.
It's gonna work out. Like I had that deep belief that it's gonna work out. That I'm currently honing skills I'm gonna use somewhere else, or something will come from this, even if it's not the thing you're currently working for. It was the same mentality why I originally quit my job. Like that, being very naive. It wasn't being smart. It wasn't having a specific plan in mind and structuring it properly. It was being a bit naive and dumb. And giving that as advice doesn't sound so reasonable, to be honest.
I think I might take it anyway. Thank you.
And then I also have to always say, I was very privileged. I was living at home. I had a family that let me do that. That just said, okay, he quit his job. He trained for 3 years and went to school for 3 years. And that could have been a stable career. And he's just gonna do this now. And till then he can live here. And also having that mental support, that's not something everyone has. And especially not everyone in that situation would have. So I always try to acknowledge how much of a privilege that was. And that's also then, how would that translate into advice? Like, rely on your privilege? That's not advice.
I get it though.
I do. Well, thank you. I even if you're not willing to brand it as advice, I appreciate your insight on your experience regardless. Thank you.
My
Did
pleasure.
you have those like post-stream crashes where you're just completely drained of energy?
I had them during stream and I just ended streaming. So it wasn't so much after the stream,
During the stream.
but it really drained me sometimes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I would have to take a break and not like go to sleep, but
Mhm.
I then also couldn't really, or maybe I think in some moments I then went back to work on videos or did like some creative task that was like something else my brain could focus on. So it wasn't so much after stream crashes, it was midstream crashes. Okay, I don't want to stream anymore. Goodbye.
I had such a hard time
Yeah,
balancing.
streaming wasn't for me.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
honestly, I'm not sure if it's for me either. I got to keep trying, but you've said that you don't think it's for me, JD. But I don't know. I enjoy it. I just get so tired from it. I take it you didn't have like a streaming schedule then if you just kind of end when you were not feeling it anymore, or
I tried.
how'd it go?
I tried to have a streaming schedule, but like it went down fairly quickly.
Me too.
How long did you keep yours for, Pingu?
Quite a while. Probably like half a year.
Yeah.
But it's more and more I would start missing days. And eventually, why I brought out the post-stream crashes is because making videos while being a streamer was really hard for me. Because whenever I would stream, I would just be like useless for the rest of the day pretty much. I'd have no energy to actually commit to creative projects or just like for things that would require conscious thought and execution.
I get that.
So it was pretty much one or the other for me. Yeah, I guess I could have done it beforehand, but I don't know. It was like an activity that would consume my whole day, even if it only consumed a couple hours of my day.
I mean, for me, I have to save my energy for streaming, so can't do much else.
I guess as I realized that is why I started getting away from FPS games, because the performance anxiety side of things was a huge factor, but the social part of it was not so bad for me. It's still like somewhat draining, but both on top of each other is just crazy. And
Yeah.
I just did not play Apex anymore on stream. I would just play Bomb Party all the time and talk to chat essentially, which at least was sustainable. But
Fuck.
yeah,
Especially when you're known for like being
typing.
good. Like, people knew you for being good at a lot of things, picking up skills, that kind of thing.
It's a lot of like performance anxiety.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you still get that?
I get that.
Interesting.
You manage it well.
Yeah, I was gonna say like being better than everybody in chat, like inarguably at the thing you're doing, is like why Bomb Party was so good for me. I thought maybe eventually that extend to COD, but I guess there's more factors at play.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are the like who could be in my chat that would be better at aim training than me? Like Matty, he might show up.
But he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. But it wouldn't really help me. I'd still be nervous.
I getcha.
Welcome back, Mokey.
Yeah.
Hello.
How big of a factor was like performance anxiety for you on streams? Because it kind of ruins me.
Yeah, a lot. That might have been, that might have been one of the original reasons why I started aim training. The performance anxiety, the aspect of like handling chat and being social and active with chat and trying to keep up with friends in game while performing well in game.
It's hard.
And like your brain can only handle so much of it, and if performing in game and aiming in game is a third of that, and you need to spend conscious energy on that, that's not a good combination.
Yeah.
So performance anxiety was definitely a part of it.
Unfortunately, I feel like the better you get mechanically, like your standards for your performance grow at the same rate. So on your stream, you'll always perform worse than you know you can, and you'll always end stream thinking like, "Fuck, I played bad."
Yeah.
That's why you need to develop hubris. Wait. Oh, hell yeah. I'm cracked as hell.
I'm trying.
I have those moments now. Like,
Fuck yeah.
in game when you go like when suddenly it clicks and then you perform really well for like half an hour.
And then you spend the next like 4 hours like, why can't I do that again?
Yeah, and like the moment where I don't need to play cover anymore. I don't need my abilities. I'm just gonna wide swing you and aim you down.
This is how clip farmers are born.
That feels awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually the exact like mentality that led to it for me though. Like I was watching like Neo Ninja or Scrubble videos and they would just like be in the middle of a bunch of people and kill them all. And it's like there's nothing that people could do because they were just faster. It's like I want to do that.
That was the Shroud playstyle for a while in Apex. You could really tell that he just didn't care about some of the other mechanics because he just knew he would out-aim 95% of his enemies.
It was similar in PUBG for a while. He definitely had like pretty solid game sense and positional like awareness in that game, but the thing like back in the day when he was really, really good at PUBG, he just shot better than everyone. And he was able to like adapt to shooting in that game quicker than other people, I think.
Also, I'm just gonna throw that in here because I'm not sure if we will get to it somewhere else. The question always comes up of how important is movement in Apex? And is movement more important than aiming?
Yes, this one got asked like 1 billion times.
And movement is not more important than aiming. That's like such a fundamental truth. It's in Apex, if your goal is winning, it's positioning at the very top. Very rarely does something else matter more than positioning and knowing where the ring is and knowing where choke points are and knowing what position to hold to win the game or let the last two teams fight each other and pick up what's left of them. Positioning is how you win most of your games.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's aiming and your other core mechanics of strafe dodging and action timing and whatever. And then it's movement. But between those three, movement always comes last.
Do you think this is a common
It's
opinion
way more
among like
fun.
movement players? Because yeah.
Between the top movement players, I'm not sure how consciously aware they are of it. But within the general movement interested crowd, I don't think it's a very popular opinion. Like I think a lot of people would love to think that movement is more important than it actually is.
I mean, same thing with aim, to be honest. I fully agree about positioning being the most important.
Like most people would get 90% of the benefits of movement, in quotes, if they would learn how to slide jump more, if they would holster their weapons more, and if they learn some strafe theory. That's like a sentence we have on the movement wiki. Like the most complex mental jump, bong rip, mech twist fart won't do anything for you if your strafe theory is garbage, and if you don't know how to strafe aim and dodge. Like you can, with some good aim fundamentals and knowing how to strafe, you can out aim most of controller players. Just because you know how to manipulate their aim assist and how to strafe against it.
That's such an interesting concept to me. Like manipulating aim assist with dodge. Holly talked about it a fair bit too. But for me, coming from other games, it's like not intuitive.
Yeah. I remember watching a coaching session you did with Wraith Crew, and one of the things she said was like, never fast strafe. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this is such an essential element of dodge in like APSs. But it's because like you just get absorbed by console AA.
Yeah, and I'm not one to talk big about it. Like my personal strafing is not the greatest. I just know how important it is, and I know what it is capable of.
What are 3 like explicitly movement tech, like not air strafing, not like slide jumping, things that are kind of like you wouldn't pick up just foundationally? What do you think are the 3 most important?
Wall bounce, super glide, and if you're on mouse and keyboard, tap strafing, or some basic understanding of lurch theory.
Okay, I feel
I think it's a good
somewhat
answer.
And
validated
warbounds can
because
go
you go.
warbounds can go from the most basic to very complex. But just some basic understanding of how you can use wall bounces to overcome obstacles and manipulate sidelines can do a lot for a lot of people.
I've always had an appreciation of like the deeper Apex movement tech, but like I haven't really put in the time to learn much myself beyond those 3, to be honest. So it's nice to know that like I wasn't misevaluating things and like that is the most important like grouping of them, and everything else like it'll help. You can learn it if you want, but it won't like be as impactful.
What's number 4?
Yeah, if it,
I think this is the hard one.
some basic zip understanding, like a super jump.
Okay.
You should be able to do a super jump
And I've got
because it
That's
opens up so many routes around the map and places around the map. Even if it's not mid gunfight, but just to be able to traverse quicker and
Yeah.
open your mind a bit to what's available around you. And then all the other zip tech and the super jump variations. But a basic super jump also belongs on that. Basic super jump might even be above a super glide.
That would make sense to me.
Okay.
In terms of, because
That makes sense, yeah.
you need a bit more understanding of micro cover play and resource management within gunfights to be able to utilize super glides to a higher potential than just the basic super jump would let you get.
How conscious do you think a lot of this like in-fight positioning stuff is for a lot of people? Because I know there's a lot about aim that good aimers haven't really thought about. There's a lot about in-fight positioning in games like Counter-Strike that comes completely subconsciously to a lot of people. How much do you think that applies to you? Do you need to know the theory to execute on it, or can you just develop it through practice? With like, using super glides to isolate angles in fights and that kind of thing.
I think at the beginning, to learn it helps to understand the theory and to at least have some sort of analytical mind to it. Like, do I just super glide because it's fun, or do I super glide to achieve a certain goal? Get into cover while reloading, get towards an enemy while I have their shield cracked, or use the downtime of one of my abilities to dodge bullets, etc., etc. It really helps to frame what comes after. And I think then a lot of it can be achieved by just playtime and it coming subconsciously. But at least for the beginning and to frame your journey forward, it helps to understand some of the basics. So yeah, thinking of it as framing really helps.
So I'm just going to cut in here and say that JD's internet has died. Do we want to burst out a bunch of like Apex movement questions and then call it, or is there anything we're kind of missing that's outside of that?
There is one question I have actually.
Yeah.
Which is, what determines if you put a video on your main channel versus your second channel?
I'm curious about this too.
Length and effort. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
When do you make that decision?
I'm trying to think if there was a video that changed during the production. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Like, does the knowledge of which channel it's going on determine the effort, or like, do you know how much effort a project is going to take you? Okay.
I think now I'm pretty in tune with what the end goal of a video is, how I want to present it, and how much effort it's going to take to get to that. And on the second channel, I feel like I'm more free to not push something to that 95-98% polishing. Because I'm pretty sure you're aware of the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Like 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort.
Yeah, definitely.
Or to get something, the last 20% polished takes another 80% of effort.
So you don't do that like last bit of polish for your second channel videos. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And it's very rare that second channel videos will be longer than 5 minutes, often longer than 3 minutes. It's just a short, quick thing I want to explore and somehow put out there for it to exist and not dive deeper into it.
Hmm.
Do you think you could put a lot of those videos on your main channel? Do you think that would change anything? Or not really?
The main thing I'm worried about in that regard is getting the correct amount of average views to entice sponsors.
Okay, that's fair.
Interesting.
Because sponsors look at like your last 8 to 10 videos, and it makes a difference what you can then ask for. Like if the average videos does 300,000 views, you can ask for more than when the average videos, some do 300,000 because they are the in quotes big videos, and some do like 50,000 because they are smaller videos.
If that wasn't a factor, would you put everything on main, or is there still like a quality standard you strive for there?
There's also the thing of I want the brand of the main channel to be something specific.
Yeah.
I want people to come to the channel and expect a main channel videos and see that in the production quality, and more subtly, which a lot less people realize, in the quality of the writing and the quality of the arcs made
Right.
inside of the video, and just the overall production quality. And that's something that would definitely stay.
Mhm. What I've done for most of my second channel stuff that I'm working on at the moment is like not skimp on the writing typically. I have a more conversational style, but I still fully script everything and put a lot of time into the scripts. It's just like the edits and the visuals that really get like sacrificed when stuff goes on there for me. And I found that to work pretty well.
For me, it's definitely also the writing.
Hmm.
Like main channel videos go through at least 3 different drafts.
That makes sense.
And if you combine everything, it's probably more like 10 different drafts. Like
Yeah.
moving things around or producing
Okay, yeah.
half the video and then moving stuff around. And because you moved it around, you need to rewrite certain sections and re-establish certain concepts at specific stages for them to make sense. And I just
Right.
don't do that for the second channel. I do one draft and maybe a section gets added later, but I don't care about how it flows from section to section,
Mm-hmm.
or if there is an overarching arc in the story. Nah.
I found our previous chat about content creation and the process very fascinating because I do like my writing, and then all my editing for my writing is like its own stage, and the video is mostly separate. There have been times where I've gone back when like I realized, no, I want to change something, and it's like a couple lines, but it's not really like I don't make the video and then use that to inform the writing. It's like the writing informs the writing exclusively, and unless something feels off with the final product, I'll typically leave it with however many edits and rewrites I have to do before I start making the video. And I find it interesting how different that approach is from what you do.
Mm.
I mean, it's also based on the type of content we do.
Yeah.
Like I do tutorial guides very specifically, and that often entails me looking into a movement tech, learning it for myself, or investigating certain things and seeing how they plan out. And I then often write a first section, then go in game, explore it, see if what I wrote even makes sense. But I'm more of a person of just throwing stuff on the page and just to get it out of my head, if it's correct or incorrect.
I know that's actually what 3 Clicks Philip does, if you're familiar with his work. Counter-Strike YouTuber. I never made sense to me, but it's very interesting that you two both do the same thing actually. And it also means you're kind of like method acting for the earlier parts in your video where you don't know the tech. So you're talking about it to people who don't know the tech,
Yes.
as someone who doesn't know the tech.
That's awesome.
Which I think is really cool actually. I really like that.
I mean, at the final stage of the video, I have already done all the footwork and I
Mhm.
now know the
Mhm.
tech. But how certain sentences are phrased and how the story arc throughout the video is laid out is still informed by my original ignorance.
Mhm.
I feel like that's actually
That's
Even
pretty
if
cool,
the final
actually.
A
draft
very
of the
useful way
sentence
to do
was
things.
written Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a skill that I had to acquire over the years of being the ignorant person myself and talking to myself as if I was a very uninformed viewer.
I
Because
really like that.
you tend to have the ego as a creator when you get comments of someone, I didn't understand that stuff, or why did you say it like this, that, and this? That doesn't make sense. You tend to have the ego of, no, I was right, you don't understand. But if it's more like one comment that mirrors the same sentiment, it's very likely that you are wrong and that you didn't have the skills to describe it or present it in a way that those people also understood it.
I'm curious, have you seen my tension management video?
I think 3 times.
What did you think of it? In
Like,
terms of like how it explains the concept?
It's a bit hard because I usually like then watch like 2 or 3 videos of yours and then I don't know exactly which ones relate to which.
Okay, I'm only asking because that has been the video that probably most closely mirrored your writing process. Also has gotten the most comments, like I didn't get it. And actually, I really didn't like the video for a while after posting it because I don't know, I had this mindset of like, oh, well, I fucked it up. I did something wrong. It didn't help anyone. I don't know anymore. I don't know where I stand on it.
I do think there is a point
that's
where the
also-
complexity of the topic can be alienating upfront. There's like, you know, a baseline level of knowledge that you have to assume to not have people like walk through people the concept of like what a
mouse
muscle is.
move. Yeah.
Yeah. But
then also I still have I always have the mindset that even the most complex topics can be made understandable by even the most uninformed person.
But the
I agree,
uninformed
And I'm not
person
sure
I
that
has to
I
be like
have mastered
willing
that.
to understand it, you know?
Yeah, totally. Like there will always be some, in quotes, idiots or just people that are deliberately malicious in their way in how they interact with content. And you can't help those people.
Yeah.
So yes, some base level of willingness to engage with it critically or in a way to actually learn something or take something away from it has to be a given. But I want to believe in the concept that if I get enough comments that people didn't understand something, that then it's a problem of me lacking the video production or storytelling skills to eloquently explain it. And not that my audience is wrong.
Depends where the border lies then with like how many is enough for it to be significant.
Yeah, that
I
feels
agree.
very undefinable.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been talking over you. Thank you.
I agree, but I also struggle to figure out where in Laura's video that I would pinpoint as like, this could have been extrapolated more without killing the pace of the video. It's
like-
really hard.
It could be like a dissertation on tension management that is like however many hours long and way more detailed, but like nobody would watch it.
There's also like a expectation going into it where people think of tension, they think of like either you're death gripping or you're not. And to have it explained as something else, I don't know. It's probably different from like clicking on a video about source movement and like having an idea about like kind of what it is vaguely.
I don't know. That was a tough one for me.
For me,
and-
It's tricky.
For me, it often comes down to the fact that I sometimes start working on videos about a specific topic, and after having produced some version of the video, I realize the video is not actually about that topic. Like,
You have an
you
example?
need to. I think a sort of example would be the Superglide video, where the realization that to explain supergliding and catch everyone from people that have already learned it but are struggling with consistency to people that have never heard of it, I need to split it between the input package and the mental timing. and very firmly establish those two concepts as two separate entities from the beginning of the video. I think that realization came only after I had already produced like 30 to 40% of the video. And then I rewrote everything.
Cool. I like that.
And it's very hard for me to directly criticize your attention management video to your face and without knowing what the comments said or like, because I understood it.
Okay, I'm glad you understood it at least.
Maybe there's something like that in there, that if you went over it now again with the hindsight of those comments,
I definitely know what one of them would be.
you might be able to catch some sort of concept or way of explaining it to structure the whole video over that might be able to catch those people. I don't know.
There actually was something like that in the video. I wrote about tension and did not disambiguate grip tension and muscle tension. And that was my like realization, like, shit, okay, this needs to happen. So it could have been worse. Could have got more comments, but yeah, that's what makes it so tricky. Like that it went through so many steps and people still didn't really, I think most people got it. This is probably a small minority of people. But yeah, that's definitely been like my most educational video in terms of like a really deep topic, and it's definitely the one that's gotten the most like, I didn't get this, while also being the one I put the most work into making it understandable. So I don't know if it's the topic or if it's me. Yeah, I'll give it some thought, maybe another rewatch to do.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I'm like, I look back on it and I'm like, no, it's bad. And then I rewatch it and I'm like, no, it was okay actually. So I don't know.
But that would still mean that you haven't found, or that you're not confident enough yet in your voice as an educator to firmly assess how you think about previous videos. If you go back and forth between, no, it's actually bad, no, it's actually good.
I wouldn't say I think any of them are ever really good. It's like bad and then okay.
You're silly. I would actually be very keen to see your analysis of that video, Mokey.
Yeah, me too, actually.
If you can spot any moments of like, this could have been explained like this, and that might have helped the people.
And is it gonna tie back to like how we think about things differently before? You know, how some people, the advice like move the mouse like a camera, like that really makes sense to them, and others like me, it doesn't at all. Is this gonna be like that? I don't know.
I honestly would have to watch it again and then watch it with that lens very specifically in mind. Because you can only really assess that after you have watched the entire video and watch the entire video with that lens and really know what was the deepest point you're trying to get to, and what things did you touch on that are adjacent to that, and how would you able to distill that into a more understandable core message that you can then sprout out from.
Yeah.
And that's like an hour-long process to do that. So I'm hesitant to do it now, like off the cuff.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
definitely.
no worries.
Thank you. That was an interesting conversation.
Definitely. I don't know when I will ever make another video like that, but I'll definitely be taking more elements from your process of like not being as worried about like redoing stuff if I've already made stuff, and doing more like rough draft
really
editing.
like that.
I think it leads to much better videos.
The best way to teach somebody who doesn't know anything is to not know anything when you start and have to teach yourself. Like, that's so clever, actually.
Yeah. And I think having the writing there probably is like a reminder of what your mentality was like when you were starting. I think that's really good.
Yeah, and it's also just often throwing one sentence out of a specific thought, and then later that one sentence or that one thought that you had out of frustration because you couldn't do it in that moment suddenly becomes the perfect transition line that then inspires the 2 minutes before that and the 2 minutes after that, and informs all of it. Like that happens a lot. Like those cross informing of certain written thoughts throughout the entire development process. Like, it's very hard to explain, but I think that messy circular graphic I made for you sort of puts it into perspective.
You can throw it up on the screen. I'll find it and send it to you, Finger.
Do you want to go through a few like fun Apex questions?
Before that,
Doing
this
it.
can be cut from the podcast if you're not public about this. How old are you, Mokey? This is, I'm curious because
31.
okay, that makes sense. Like, this is the kind of thing that I feel like you can only develop through like years and years and years of doing this and more life experience than I have, to be frank. So,
I mean, I've been now doing YouTube for 5 years, 6 years, 5 years at least,
mhm.
6 years. And yeah, and then during that time, doing YouTube, developing that skill, further consuming media analysis content. So how do movies, how does art get produced, what thoughts go into it, and sort of that informs how I make videos, and how I make videos informs what kind of content I seek. So yeah, it's definitely a skill. It is a skill you have to work on and have to develop and have to get into.
Definitely.
And I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm whatever at it. It's just my current perspective from being in the middle of it.
Mm.
But I appreciate that it seems to come through that I do have that experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's lovely
for
hearing
sure.
that.
Unquestionably. You okay with the question about age staying in, or do you want that to?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Some people might be surprised at that point.
Surprised in which way? Do they think you're younger?
I would assume that some people think I'm younger.
I probably would have guessed, like, I don't know, late 20s, older than any of us three.
Do I sound so old?
You sound wise.
Can you
sound
hear
sage.
my wrinkles through
No,
the mic?
no. It is in your word choice, not your, not how the words are spoken.
I appreciate that.
Do you have any strong thoughts on, like, I don't know, people say, oh, after 25 you're doomed for like gaming skill or whatever. Do you have any like strong opinions on that, or not really?
If you're not a top tier player in that plays LAN game on stage, then that's just cope.
Nice, I agree.
Like, people are so worried about, oh, you peak in your mid-20s and then it's completely downhill from there. Like, Jesus Christ. Is it so easy to like lose your inner excitement for improving and exploring the world and having new experiences? That always, it sounds so defeatist to me.
Honestly, I agree, but I don't have the, I don't know, lived experience to back it up. I just say like, I will prove you wrong when I am, I don't know, 35 or 40. And do you know Bardos?
I feel I'm. Do I know what?
Bardos, the Kovacs player, former Valorant pro.
Oh yeah, sure.
He is, I think, 31, and he is like, he was the best in the world. He's still one of the best in the world at Static. So,
Yeah,
like,
I saw
don't
his
know.
recent getting back after being washed tweets.
Yeah, I don't know. All of these people are
Yeah.
like, it's over after 25. I just don't see it, honestly.
Especially in a space that is so new and still needs to establish itself.
For sure.
Like, how long has aim training as something people consciously think about been around? Less than 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say 6.
And then people are worrying about what the peak is if we don't even know what the peak is yet.
No, I agree.
Yeah. If you're just an average gamer and want to have fun in game, you can probably be 60 and have a massive aim train improvement arc. Like, people put way too much weight, in my opinion, on that hard limit and then acting like it's all downhill from there. I don't have that at all.
Fuck yeah. I'm very glad for
Mentally,
that, 'cause
I feel like I'm getting younger with each year that passes.
I feel like people like psych themselves out, you know? I am 26. It's over. I can't be good anymore. And then like
Yeah.
they're not going to be good because they're not trying.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I appreciate what life has to offer and how many more experiences there are that you haven't explored yet. Like, one of my favorite quotes have become over the past few years, the time is gonna pass anyways. Like, if I want to get good at aiming, it's gonna take like 2 years, and then at the end I'm gonna be 28, and the time is gonna pass anyways. Do you want to be good in 2 years or not? Go do the thing.
I think that's a really good mentality, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, thank you. I appreciate that because I see it a lot, and I get where the mentality comes from, especially, if you're at like your mid late 20s and it feels like everyone in the scene is younger than you, and peak was 5 years ago, and yeah, I fully agree that it's a mental barrier more than a physical one. Same with pros who quit around like early 30s, like they just got shit to do now. Like I don't think they're getting like too slow to compete or anything.
It's also the fallacy of measuring yourself against others instead of against yourself.
Mm.
Like every single person has different genetics and a different upbringing and a different personal field around them and different surroundings. So why worry about what others are up to? If your goal is to become better, let that be the goal. Measure yourself against yourself from a few months ago and not against someone else.
Well, I guess it's like become better asterisk than others,
Yeah, totally.
But I agree with you.
I mean, it sort of makes sense because in game you play against others. But still, the measurement of how good you are is always related back to yourself and how good you were yesterday and last week and last month and last year.
Do you do anything to keep track of your progress?
I mean, I look at the voltaic scores. That's pretty easy.
No, well, thank you. I appreciate that answer, and I think a lot of our viewers will as well.
Mm.
And I do plan on making a video talking about it, like when I'm, I don't know, 30 and discussing the concept with like lived experience, like what has happened to my mechanics as I've gotten older and trying to analyze why. Because I don't know, I can't argue from experience right now. And when someone says, "Oh, yeah, I'll be doomed. I'm 28," and I say like, "No, I don't think that's how it works." Like, "Oh, you're not 28. You don't know." But yeah, it is nice to hear that from someone who has gone through that, I guess. And I agree. Saying 25 as the peak is stupid.
Mm. That's either going to be the most uplifting or depressing video ever.
Yeah, it's doomed, everyone. Sorry, I'm bad now. Anything else you wanna talk about?
Is there something left in my notes?
Let's have a look.
Oh, I wanted to touch on my concept of the sensor
Hmm.
that I've been doing and what you think of the name. I think I mentioned it in our chat briefly that I'm doing a low sense day, a high sense day, and then a normal sense day.
Yeah, I think I do remember this.
And I coined the name sensor for it, like seesaw.
I like
Remember
it. I
seeing
like that.
on
I like
the
that. That
seesaw?
makes sense.
I like that name.
So the theory behind it, is it just like getting training in with different muscle groups, varying your practice, and like keeping yourself mentally engaged, or is there something more specific with the setup of like one day each?
It's the core concept I have heard about is it's good to play on different senses.
Mhm.
And then people ask, how and when do I introduce it? And I sort of just thought maybe that's a structure that can work. And then
Mhm.
depending on the scenario type, like in tracking, for example, I do low sense first, high sense second, and then go back to normal sense. Because going from high sense to low sense feels like the, in quotes, cheat for tracking.
So you're avoiding that,
And then
or getting it with the normal sense.
yeah, getting it with the normal sense, like the step from high sense to
Okay.
normal sense is still a lowering in sense. But you also get the repetition in of practicing your arm, isolated in quotes. It's not really isolated, but more isolated than with the normal sense, and fingertips
Mhm.
and wrist isolated. And you still get the benefits of changing your sense and training all that, but in a more structured way that's also built on the goal of very specifically working towards a specific category.
Mhm.
Like in static, for example, I do it the other way around. I do high sense first, then low sense, and then normal sense. Because for stating, it feels like, in quotes, cheating to go from a lower sense to a higher sense, because suddenly you're faster.
Interesting.
But you still have the control you learned from your normal sense and from the high sense play.
I think that makes sense, and it kind of encompasses what I do with changing sense, but I do it in like a more reactive way. Like, I notice that I'm struggling with a specific muscle group in a specific category, and then I will use my sense to tackle that weakness. But there have been times in the past where I've misdiagnosed an issue or missed something. Like with smoothness, I'm like, oh, I need to be more stable. I will raise my sense. And then what I should have done is lower it instead, because I was struggling with arm stability because I wasn't used to engaging it enough. So I guess doing everything will make sure that that doesn't happen. There is no misdiagnosis and like potential for misdiagnosis, and you will get all of those benefits.
Yeah, I feel like it works especially well because I'm so early in my training arc. Because I'm still working on fundamentals and developing that core feeling of how does aiming feel like, and how do certain muscle groups feel like when they engage with each other, and how do they influence each other, and where does tension lie. Like all the groundwork you have probably done like years and decades ago that I'm currently in and developing. So that might not be a strategy that works well for more seasoned aim trainers, I could imagine. But for me right now, it feels pretty good.
I definitely see the merits of this approach though, yeah. What do you think, Pingu?
And I just like the name.
Yeah, I like it too. The only thing I would think is missing is when you have that reactive training, there is a impetus to think about what is wrong with like what you're currently doing in terms of like error identification, and then also having the focused practice after the fact, like knowing why you're deciding to apply this one particular sense today, and like having that in mind as you're practicing. But if you can do that, more the merrier.
And I also think if it's less specific of an issue, like, I don't know, if you just feel like you need to develop more control on every sense, then like, this seems good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
How high and how low do you go actually?
Between 10 and 70 centimeters.
Damn,
That's a big range.
And
it's a crazy range.
yeah, it's for me, it's exploring. It's just seeing how do the muscles feel, and what do they do, and when do they start to shake, and where does tension lie.
That makes sense. Whereas for me, I'm quite set in my ways.
10 is really high though. I feel like that might be so high that it will create problems that don't necessarily exist otherwise.
Kind of problems.
Like having to utilize tension in order to control such an extreme sensitivity.
But I guess if tension is top of mind while you're training.
Yeah, I do the opposite. Like I do it to see exactly where does tension come from, and where do I have to relax to eliminate it, even at that high of a sense. But that comes from my tremor mindset and focus. Like tension management is currently very, very top of mind within everything I do.
Honestly, same. I
That's
think it's
cool.
just like a good approach to have in aim training, even without like tremors being factored in.
Good advice for the pudders.
Brought it back full circle.
And that's storytelling for you.
Seems like a great place to end it. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been lovely having you on, and just fascinating
Yeah, I had a
to
blast.
talk about. I love the content creation questions.
Me too. It's very insightful.
Well,
Sure for both of us.
I'm very happy if you could take something away from it, or
Absolutely.
anyone listening can take something away from it. If just a single person can have something positive from it, then that's what was worth it.
Gonna be a lot
I
more
think you
than
got two already.
yeah.
I was gonna say, anything you want to plug?
The movement website. Like
Oh fuck yeah!
if people
Ooh, okay.
wanna explore it, wanna learn anything about movement, or just look at a cool website, regardless of if they're interested in Apex or not. Visit
That
the
was
Apex Movement Wiki.
Legion was involved in making it, right?
He was the sole developer. It
That's
was me and
sick.
Legion that
Damn.
grinded through that thing.
He is like a crazy good finals player for any viewers who don't watch.
Legion
Yeah, I
DZ.
realized that
Yeah.
during the development. Like I saw some of the
Damn.
clips and was like, holy hell, he's actually cracked. So yeah,
Didn't you get a S?
apexmovement.tech or Googling Apex Movement Wiki should throw
Such
it
a
up.
good resource.
I hope so.
Such a good resource.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know Legion had it like that. God damn. Didn't you get an S tier on the setup tier list as well?
I think you did, yeah. Maybe even twice.
Anyway,
All right, thank you all for
Just
watching.
crashing it in every
Bye.
regard.
Go sub to Mokey. Go follow him on Twitter.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
thank
watching.
you.